everybody, so take two. Let's see if I can get this right this time. Now, I wanted to show off something cool that I got from my local LGS, and that is one of the LGS hangers that they had. I was lucky enough to get Mothman. It's like a felt material, by the way. I don't know if they're normally like that, but he had some of these that he wasn't going to be using. Luckily, the Mothman was not one of the ones he was going to use, so he went ahead and gave me this one. Oh, one of my buddies is calling me. I'll call him back in a moment. So he actually gave a few of these away to one of the guys that's becoming a metazoologist, a couple stores down from him that owns a coffee shop. So Metazoo is actually not just in my LGS being advertised, but also one of the coffee shops nearby. So I think that's pretty cool. But he gave me this one. I felt inclined to buy a few things off of him. I'm also a regular now. I do buy quite a bit of Metazoo off of him. So, you know, the fact that he didn't charge me for this and he just gave it away for free, I really appreciated it. No, this will not be sold. Please don't reach out to me to purchase. This is going to be framed and put up on my wall. I'm a huge fan of niche things. I like stuff that you don't normally see when it comes to collectibles, whether it's even Pokemon, Metazoo, or however. I like the difference and, or, you know, different things you can have in a collectibles hobby that aren't just the cards. So, but I think that's awesome. Now, the next thing I wanted to show off are these. So my LGS ended up getting the Mishipeshu, which I kept calling it Mishibishi for some reason in the last video that I was trying to record, and that's why I had to do a take two. Needless to say, Mishipeshu, I do have 3 copies. These are not, he did not give them all to me at once. Over the last 3 weeks, I have gone by here and there and just picked up a few things, and he's given me a promo each time. He technically told me I could get 1 per day if I swing by, but for the sheer fact of letting other people, you know, have a chance at getting them, then I've kind of backed off, and I get one every so often. I did have a 4th one. I am trading it to, or I sent it to one of my buddies who's down in Florida. They did not get any of the promos where he lives, so I sent him that. And he works with a distributor, so he gave me a distribution, or he's sending me a distribution promo of Little Hopkins Goblin. So hopefully I'll have that in today, and that'll be a part of my collection. So, yeah, these fetch a pretty little penny. This is my Mintus copy, so I'm going to be sending this off to PSA. This is probably my favorite LGS promo besides the Sky Dragon that I want. Eventually I'll get a mint copy of it. But for now, I'm perfectly fine with having this in my collection. These two I haven't decided on what I'm going to do with. I do have, this one has like a little nick, and I have a little white chip on the top, which can happen. And there's one up here, or I think, no, this one might be clean too. I can't remember. I might have to check over this one. But anywho, I haven't decided on whether or not I want to sell them or try to trade for some of the other LGSs. I don't really care as much for value as like the rest of the stuff. I know these kind of have been fluctuating, I think, between like $70 to $100 a piece. I don't know if right now, if I feel like, you know, I feel like a little scummy if I were to try to sell them for those prices, to be honest. I mean, if I put them up on a bid, if they go for that, it is what it is. But in the same sense, I'm not really inclined to do that. So I might end up just trade these off and maybe trade them for some of the other promos that I don't have, like the White Scream or the Sky Dragon that I want. So I might do that instead. Otherwise, they're beautiful cards. I mean, the hollow foil, as you can see, I don't even know if, hopefully the camera's picking it up right, but I mean, it's just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. But so I got a couple of copies of these. Otherwise, my buddy actually just did text me saying that he wanted a few more copies of these. So who knows, maybe I'll trade them to him for some more UFO product, because I haven't really bought much of it at all. I've done some trade deals with him to get it. That way I'm not spending a lot of money. And yeah. So, oh, I also did get, I don't know if my hair was just in the way, 2 little stickers for little Jack Frost. I don't really care about Jack Frost, so I will probably put these inside of a Metazoo order that is made. Put one on each on my eBay page at some point, and just give them to them for fun. So, and the last few things I want to do is a small little pack opening. Now, because my LGS was so kind enough to give me that hanger, I did buy a couple packs off of him to help out. support your LGS, man. They're most of them are super, super nice people. And luckily mine is really starting to get into Metazoo. Like, he doesn't know a lot, but he has been asking, you know, me and a couple of other people quite a bit more about it to try to understand it. He's a big Magic the Gathering person, so it kind of, in a way, fits along with some of his stuff. Now, I did get a couple of these little T-Rex promos specifically because I want to build a T-Rex deck, and I saw, I'm blanking on the channel. Eventually, if I can find it, I will link it. But there is a channel of a guy that he does deck buildings for UFO, and he had done a dino deck with some of the mini Rexes. And since I don't own any of the actual one you can pull, I went ahead and went with the promo, which I think is the exact same. I think it's just like technically an alternate art or something along those lines. But I guess I'll find out just to make sure that I am not screwing up the deck, if that is the case. And I suck at opening these things. I'm just trying to crack them open as quick as possible. Come on. Oh, sorry about this. After this one, I'll open up these 3 and then go on to the next 2. But let's see what we get. Oh, there's the coin. I'm going to see if I can go to New York Comic Con. I have never been, and I am a little intimidated, I'm not going to lie. So I'm trying to find someone to go with, so I'm not totally lost. I'm kind of doing a little bit of research here and there, but we'll see what happens. So let's see. Caramel Area Creature, Invigorate, Lady in Red, Sam's Trusty Baseball Bat, Call of Storm. I think this is, yeah. I was watching Purple Elf Productions, and he was just talking about how good this card is in the Quetzal deck, so I'll put that over to the side. Polybus, Whirling Wimpus, Giant Squid Reverse Hollow. That's cool. I don't have that. Evil Twins, and a few tokens. And I haven't done any real UFO opening on my channel yet. I had opened up, I think it was a booster box, a spell book, a release event, a theme, and a blister on my off time. And I wanted to get a feel for it and just see if there was anything cool that I really were to pull. I haven't really seen too much. Yes, I got another one of these. Yeah. I pulled one of these the other day from one of the random spell books that I got, and I wanted a mint copy. I just love the way it looks. I think the colors are so pretty. I think the hollow pattern is so vibrant. It's very reminiscent of the LGS. Whatever Metazoo is doing recently on them, like, oh, this one's actually really clean. I'll check over that later. Oh, might have a little chip right there. That's fine. Whatever they've been doing recently with the hollow pattern is just absolutely nuts. It just blows away like Pokemon or pretty much any other TCG, if I'm not mistaken. So, I mean, I really enjoy it. Oh, side note, I also got another little ding ding bell. So that was a pretty cool little thing that Metazoo sent me the other day. But let's see what else we got. All right, so we got coming in hot, Flexstone Fire Demon, Roswell Creation, Sam's Trusty Bat, Kodak Monster. Actually, I'll say something about that in a second. Polybus, Chicken, and Frozen Rain Orb. I think I have the full hollow, but I don't think I have the reverse. Now, what I was going to say is what kind of pertains to that dino that I just showed that I was kind of talking about. Now, I recently purchased a blank card. So, if you don't know what that is, in the Era community, there has been, here and there, some blank aura cards that have been found within certain spellbooks. Some of which, I think the majority of them were originally in CN2. Some were found in Wilderness, and some recently have been found in UFO. And they're basically just completely blank white cards. If I had gotten to mine in today before this video, I would have shown off what it is. But the point is, the front layer is missing. Now, if you'll notice that, at least if I'm not mistaken, when you open up some of these bricks that have the auras, in certain spell books, you might find auras that are pertain to previous sets, or artwork that is pertain to previous sets. And supposedly, the blank auras were a little, basically a sheet that was cut that it wasn't supposed to, that wasn't set on the actual layer, or set on the actual printing layer. So, the back has the traditional Metazoo card, the front is completely white. Now, in Pokemon, I mean, it's cool to have something like that, but in the same sense, it has no functionality. The difference between Metazoo is because you have access to the artist, you can see them at cons, you can reach out to them in Instagram. The artist, of course you have to pay for it, will do one-of-one cards. So they'll do their version of an artwork, whatever the beasties or creatures that you like, they will do a one-of-one art card on the actual Metazoo card, so then you technically have a Metazoo card that is a one-of-one. And I think that's so freaking cool. Now, a lot of these will go for, I don't know, $500+. And, I talked to one gentleman on one of the sites that I used to buy, and he was kind enough to come down in his price, and I bought it for about $350. Or I think it was $370 after taxes and stuff. So I have reached out to Lily to get a piece done. And so hopefully, she hasn't messaged me back for a few days, assuming they're busy, but hopefully I'll get a really cool card done for my own collection. Don't have that yet. And I think PSA will grade / encapsulate the art cards and stuff like that Metazoo does. So, I'd like to just, I don't care about the grade. I'd rather for it just to be encapsulated, just so I don't personally mess it up for some stupid reason, knowing me. But we will see what happens. And don't have that either. So reverse Johnny Appleseed. That's perfectly fine with me. So, I mean, that's not, well, it kind of sucks on odds when it comes to hollows. But considering I was able to get some promos along with these packs, I really can't complain. I'm perfectly fine with this. At this point, between the LGS, Mothman, and then also these, at this point, anything that I got in these packs were just icing on the cake. It doesn't really matter to me. But yeah, those were some cool things that I gotten recently, and I just wanted to share, and I thought were really cool. So I haven't posted a whole lot. I hope to start doing that a little bit more here and there. I'm trying to get to a point in Metazoo, and even in Pokemon in general, where my cost basis is so low, or I'm trading things that are higher value to get other things that I want to be able to open, because I don't want to break the bank. And obviously, if none of us sold stuff and all of us hoarded everything we had, none of us would be able to really collect. We'd all be broke. So from a financial standpoint and trying to make sure that everything flows correctly, that's why I don't post up as much, because I just don't have as much to post right now. But hopefully that'll change. I also have had, if you've already stayed for this long, I'm sorry about the rambling, but I do want to bring this up. I have leftover, I've sent out 4 submissions to PSA. One was on the $30 tier. Three other ones were on, separate apiece, were on the $18 tier. Somehow, the $30 tier that was accepted beginning of last month, so I believe it was July 1st, somehow is already in the assembly stage. The middle two that were at the $18 tier are at the grading stage, and the last one was just accepted yesterday. So maybe PSA is catching up pretty quickly. So I don't know what's going on. I'm hoping to see, I want to see my grades from my first submission at least, on the actual quality check 2, but I'm waiting for them to actually post because I have my Rat Kings and then a lot of first edition Team Rocket holos, but and some other alt arts and stuff like that from Pokemon that are pretty cool. But a lot of that I'm going to be getting back and then selling either my duplicates or a lot of the alt arts, and hopefully recoup some costs that I will be, have for grading fees, because I think in total between all my grading fees, between all 4 submissions, it was probably like, I don't know, like $3,500 to $4,000 in grading fees, which is nuts, but it is what it is. So, anywho, thanks for listening to me ramble. I hope you enjoyed a few little tidbits of cool little things you might have seen, but otherwise, I hope y'all have a nice day. All right.